Good morning, YouTube. How are we doing this morning? Hold on one second. Really? Boy, when I hit one button, all heck breaks loose. Hold on one second. Me. Let's see where my stuff is. How are we doing this morning? Yeah, well, that was the agreement. You get paid every February 30th. Shoot, I need to get paid waking up to this mess every morning. I hit. Sorry about that. Oh, look, I'm not driving. When I was wiping it, I hit the mute button. Jesus, I'm getting old. Well, back. Let me re-say what I said. I've gotten lackadaisical. I've gotten. It's like I've forgotten what it is to be a truck driver. Because I had been doing um a specific run and everything. I knew the highway. I knew the I didn't got I just got I've just gotten lazy and it's gonna get me killed. Um and I need to take accountability because I've been sitting there back here thinking about it and you know and telling myself, well, I need to get this load. I need to be getting paid, blah blah. And no, I need to first be alive. I need to reset, reevaluate, and look at what did I do wrong in this situation. Well, the first thing I did wrong is I didn't realize I was going down a mountain pass because it's been a while since normally I'm coming south on 77. Normally I go north on 77. You know, I don't come back that way. Um, and I just had to realize that I was going too fast for the situation. I was in a truck that I am not used to. Yeah, I was all excited about being in this truck, but I'm not used to this truck. Um, I I'm getting old, and it didn't dawn on me that I was going too fast and trying to slow down and didn't do it the right way. I was riding the brake, trying to downshift, and riding the brake and trying to downshift, and you know, had the Jake brake on, but the Jake brake wasn't engaging at 65, and it didn't dawn on me that I should have been pumping the brakes. What you do is when you're going down the mountain, a mountain, you pump the brakes until it goes down 5 points. Like if you're doing 65, it goes down to 60, and then let it go back up to 60, and then you pump those brakes again. And it didn't dawn on me that I was riding the brakes. So I went over the whole situation. Um, when when I looked back and I realized that yes, I was riding those brakes. And even though I was doing 65, I didn't get no higher than 65. I was going too fast for the conditions. And I was smoking my brakes. And I've only ever smoked my brakes once before. And that was 11 years ago. Somewhere over here. It might have been that same pass. And it scared the bejesus out of me so much that I brought the truck and the trailer um to the yard, told dispatch what happened, that I had a hard time stopping, um and had them check it out. And they're going to replace all the brakes and the drums. And I'm on full alert once again. And the fact is, with the stuff that I do, and two of my tires were bad. Not they I guess I was losing air because I'm in a new truck. I forgot to get I've been putting on getting the tire gauge. I don't need a tire gauge. This truck's brand new. I don't need it right now. I don't need it right now. I don't need it right now. And lo and behold, I need it. Two of my tires was bad. You know, this stuff's gonna get me killed. And I kind of like I kind of like what I do, and it has affected me to the point where I'm not afraid to drive, but I need to start back over from the beginning. I need to do my pre-trips and do my inspections, and I've been doing that because we pick up a new trailer. Normally, I would have just snatched it and gone. No, I got to look up and down this trailer. Um I got to check this trailer to make sure that it's okay. But now I got to make sure that I check my vehicle. I got to pre-trip pre-trip it back to day one, because and then I've got to acknowledge the roads in the systems, and acknowledge the weather, acknowledge this stuff, because this stuff, being thinking I know everything, is going to get me killed. I'm 56 years old, and I talk to you guys daily about taking accountability, taking rectifying, understanding. We talk and we laugh and I yell and scream, but I want to be able to yell and scream another day and another day and another day. I want to be able to go on these vacations. I don't want you guys to look and say, well, what happened to Can't Stop? And no, he passed away. If I've got to hand in my keys and when I start doing dumb stuff like this and keep on doing dumb stuff, that's where I need to hand in my keys. So I need to do a reset. I need to get back to the basics of driving this vehicle and delivering and picking up and talking about even the basics on staying on my meal plan and my you know getting healthy and staying healthy, because you guys, everybody thinks that driving a truck is just, you just sit there and drive. Man, you've got to calculate. You got to know your surroundings. You've got to look at one, two, three, four, five, six, seven mirrors every every few milliseconds. You've got to calculate what that guy's doing 2 miles up the road. You got to calculate when they're coming off the off ramp. Is this idiot going to hit me? Should I get over? You got to look at this person that's driving, and you're looking at his back lights. Is his lights coming on? You got to look at the traffic. You got to know the weather. You got to know your speed. Good morning. Good morning, Tamika. You've got to know your speed. You've got to know, and you've got to be able to calculate in your head in a split second what to do. And would you believe I wasn't even on? I wasn't even listening to nothing or doing nothing that distracted me. And that's where, I mean, I'm even more ashamed. I wasn't doing nothing. Not my phone, not nothing. And I was just like, why? And I'm sitting there going down this mountain path. Why can't I not slow down? Well, yeah, you're right. You're right, and that's what I have you for. You know, Charles has been driving for 30 years, but buddy, you need to know my personality is I will beat myself up for a while, but I have to beat myself up to know that this ain't gonna happen no more. This ain't gonna happen no more. You know what I'm saying? We all make mistakes. But when I put my life on the line and somewhere in that mix, I'm clueless about it. And another driver passes and he's waving frantically, and I happen to look back, and then I look back at the rearview mirrors and notice my brakes were smoking. I said, "Oh shit!" And I literally screamed, "Oh shit! I'm smoking my tires!" And I started pumping the brakes. I downshifted. I got into a rest area. I parked, and I sat there shaking with when one of the other, two other truckers came over. One guy went straight to the back to see if my tires was on fire, and they wasn't, thank God. And calmed me down, and I explained what happened, and you know the realization of, and I've always talked about it, and I always talk about it. Stop thinking, stop thinking that your shit don't stink. You know what I mean? Stop thinking that your stuff don't stink. One, I bring it. Um, be humble about your situation. Be humble about what's going on. Be humble about what is transpiring. Because when you start be boasting and thinking you super this and whatever, that's when God's he. Sometimes you got to be get that backslap or the bitch slap to realize, okay, you need to wake up. You need to wake up. You know what I mean? Um, and I need to wake up. You know what I mean? I I need to wake up. I need to reset, do these pre-trips. Now that I'm just driving anywhere, don't just get in the truck and hit the GPS. Check the map. So I have a a familiarity, that I'm familiar with the terrain, that I'm familiar with that I'm familiar with, where am I going? Um, because I want to make it home. You know what I mean? I want to make it home. Normally I'd be upset. Man, I'm in the shop again. Nah, screw that. Yo, do what you gotta do, bro. You know what I mean? And I am more aware of, the original, my original one was going to be, being positive in a negative environment, in a negative world, and I changed it up because, I, you know, and I changed it up because, I wanted to tell you, see, when you, a lot of times in everything, and including relationships, we got to step up our game. I need to step up my game. Um, Not just in this trucking and in my relationship. I talk about how much I love it. I need to remember. Hey, good morning, good morning. I need to remember that, um, you know, what you thinking, and what I'm thinking is okay. It might not be. And hey, I've also put up there. I put up the link if anybody wants to come up. Anybody I know, I got to know you. I got to know you for a minute. You see what I'm saying? Um, because I did that link last. That was like 2 weeks ago. I did the. I did like 2 weeks ago when somebody I ain't never heard of in my life. I might have been friends with him, but I'm like, he come up, I'm like, yo, bro, I don't know you. You know what I'm saying? I was like, hey, bro, I'm sorry, bro, I don't know you. But let me say something. Get the music playing with the. I'm gonna play with this music. I need some happy music. Wait a minute. Let me leave that music alone. That's freaking stupid. Yeah, you're right. It's I don't know. I lately my attitude. I've had an attitude, and not an attitude of gratitude. You know what I mean? And I got to check myself. Um, and that's why I'm always checking myself because I don't want to mess up my life as it is. I'm kind of happy with it. You know what I mean? Um, I'm kind of good with it. I'm kind of okay with it. I don't want to. I don't want to lose what I got. You know what I mean? I don't want to screw it up either. And those are the things that I have to realize that I'm starting to do. I do pay you. I do pay you, Charles. I pay you attention. I pay attention. Oh Jesus. What a day. What a day. Pay attention. And wait a minute. And this is coming from someone. It's just so y'all know. This is coming from someone who makes uh, about 8 times more than I make doing this. 8 to 10 times more than what I make. And he looking for a dime, a quarter, and a nickel from my broke ass. Yo, I mean, really? I'm just saying. Well, nah, I bring it. I kind of smoked my brakes yesterday, and it was kind of a dangerous situation that could have been worse. And I'm just realizing. Nah, I knew yesterday it was bad. You know, not bad, but it was bad enough. If it's when it's bad enough, you smoke your brakes. Is bad enough. And you know, I I have to reevaluate. You know, just my trucking, and I'm just reevaluating and reassessing and realizing that I have to be back on my P's and Q's and stay on my P's and Q's. You know what I mean? And because you hear about these truckers that flip their trucks and run into I don't want to be in prison for the rest of my life because my brakes gave out and I run into 20 or 30 cars that are piled up because of morning rush hour. You see what I'm saying? And and because I am the professional. I'm the professional, and I got to make sure that I'm acting like the professional. I'm a professional truck driver. You know, and but we'll figure it out. No, I don't think that they're not going to do the trailer. I just I asked them to check the trailer, and they're not going to do the trailer, but they definitely going to do the. He said they're going to do the four drums and pads on the truck. You know what I mean? And I'm again just Yeah. I mean, but I don't know. I don't know. And hopefully they'll see if anything was riding those pads or anything else. Uh, I don't know. We'll see. We shall see. You know. But other than that, long. Normally I'm not in mountain passes unless I go west, but there's a few over here that I have to recognize. You know what I mean? There's a few over here I have to recognize. Um, yeah, I'm kind of a loss for words. Sorry, fellas. Sorry, guys. Um, oh, let me tell you the little good news. And here's a question. And when I checked into the safety line and had them check the brakes, and he told me what he was going to do. I got my I got my card out, and I walked up to I knew there was a supermarket up there. I've been coming past through here for years, and it turns out it's it's a Spanish supermarket, and it's funny how you always you in the hood when there's no healthy alternatives. And it's sad to say when there's no healthy alternatives that you can buy, like no sugar, no sugar or low carb alternatives, um, low salt or low sodium alternatives, no diet section. And you mean to tell me that the only people that do this stuff, I mean, it's just I don't know. Because I was looking, I was like, well, I got to look for the low carb stuff. I look for this, look for that, and it just wasn't there. But they had fat this and fat that and this that what. And I bought some um marinated pork. I told the lady, you see, I could have been a black Ken, and I told the lady, let me get a pound of that stuff. She just is scooping and scooping. I'm like, okay, that don't look like a pound. I said that don't. And it came up to 2 pounds. She looking at me, and I'm not. I said, I, I almost said, didn't you hear me? I said a pound, but I was like, I said, okay, thank you. I just paid for it, and I bought a bag, and I put this stuff in my I put the stuff in my, and I have this little pan that I put in my air fryer, and I cooked the meat, and I had to bought the green sauce, and I had low carb tortillas, and hopefully they are. I hope they're not a lot like the low carb bread, and and I was just chowing down, and um, it was good. It was good, but I'm like, I wanted some low carb this and low carb that, and it was just none of that. You know what I mean? But it is what it is, and I was just wondering. It's just like I know the doctor's telling that Spanish brother, that Spanish sister, that brown skin, that black man that you, hey, you need to lower your cholesterol, you need to lower your sugar intake, you need to lower your salt intake and get it, but they're still coming to these places and yeah, because of course food deserts and everything else. I know, but I'm still saying that, you know, we have advocates for not killing us quickly by the police. Do you see what I'm saying? Okay, well, I apologize. Okay, not Spanish or whatever. I just say Latino. My wife is Cuban. She's half Cuban. Okay, so I'm not trying to be, an ignorant. I'm not trying to be ignorant. Do you see what I'm saying? Because if you really look at it, just there's a thing where, uh, in Mexico, that's not the original language of the Mexicans. It's Mayan in other words. But I'm just saying that's why I went from Latinos or Spanish to brown, brown folks. You know what I'm saying? Actually, nobody's brown. We're like colors of pink. But I apologize. Um, but what I'm saying is, what I'm saying is that I know that doctors telling these folks also, this is just like I was talking about yesterday, with Thanksgiving and ham hocks, and this is stuff we were brought up on. You know what I'm saying? This is stuff we're brought up on. But there's got to be some type of alternatives. There's got to be some type of alternatives to, you know, for people that are trying to lose weight, that are trying to uh, uh, be more healthy, that are trying to be here a little longer. You know what I'm saying? That are trying. It's like, hey, Charles, they had some Barrett cooked onions in there. I was like, oh snap! I bought me a jar of that, and y'all know that that's the cooked onions. It's in a red sauce that you put. I know that ain't healthy. I'm talking healthy. And good morning, Urban. Oh Lord, hog maws. Yeah, I had to be, bruh. No, you're right. They are a real problem, and people don't care. Well, I mean, I'll put it this way: I was fatter. I'm still fat, and not be, and I'm gonna use Charles as I'm not fat compared to the European version, but I still have man boobs. I'll stop saying that when I don't have man boobs. Okay. um, I want to grow a garden, but I can't. I can't. I'm literally would have to fence off an area. I'm gonna figure out something to grow in a certain area, but I can't. I have a certain area that I can do it in, but I have to have a fence and a top so the deer can't get to it. Well, that's what I'm working on. I'm still greedy. I'm still greedy. And like I said yesterday, removing certain addictions from your life and your lifestyle after a while will become the positive part of your life. Um, I sometimes eat like you have people that sleepwalk. I'll be dead to the world and get up and go get something to eat. You know what I mean? And that's why I keep less as possible in this truck. Good morning, Oldham. How you doing, man? Uh, yeah, you and you know I'm gonna agree with you. Greedy is good eating because we're going on a cruise in January. I'm g- I can't. I'm not gonna be able to help myself. I can't help it. I'm gonna let loose. But I need to be able to be on track before I get there. You know what I'm saying? I need to be on track before I get on that cruise, so I can, don't feel guilty or yada yada yada. But we're always talking about that, even though there's a supermarket up here, and even though, and I know why they ain't doing it, people ain't gonna buy it. If you put some healthy stuff out there, they're not gonna buy it, and that's the sad part. They're only gonna buy what people gonna get. You know what I mean? Bro, you know what I'm doing in that kitchen cooking. I'm playing it off and I'm drinking that liquor because I know my wife ain't getting up yet. So when I travel with Charles and them, when I travel with Charles' wife and them, well, Urban, you would be proud of me compared to what I used to do. The last two cruises that we went on, you would be proud of me. I didn't go. Normally, I'd be like on like five breakfasts, four lunches, meals in between that, a dinner, and then after dinner it's the pizza place, uh, the and then uh, uh, um, a room service to deliver hot peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Good morning, Frugal. And the last two cruises, it was like one breakfast, a lunch, in between snacks, dinner, and pizza, late night pizza. So because I started looking at it because I was eating so much. I'll tell you how greedy I am. I was eating so much in the middle of the night, I'm throwing it up. I mean, bringing everything up, everything, and then just wiping my face off and going and doing it again. Easy hot peanut butter and jelly with toast and toasted. Ooh, Jesus! Oh boy, Lord Jesus. You know what I mean? But like right now, I I guess Skippy's got like a no sugar peanut butter. It tastes just slightly different, but I don't know. I'm trying. See, there's a difference between saying, "Oh, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it." I'm trying. I'm looking. I'm back to looking at the back of the ingredients. I'm back to looking at the back of of stuff. Just chicken. Well, these new boats they got Shack's Chicken Shack, which is that's pretty good. But I'm looking. Uh, I'm just looking to relax this time around. I'm just looking to relax this time around and and enjoy that part of it. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And I'm just going to get back into, um, just what's the best way to say it? Just get back into trying to do the right thing by me, not by anybody else, but by me. You know what I mean? I just, you know what? I don't even want a six pack. I just would like to see at least a two pack, like a line that ain't like a blubber line. You know what I mean? You got that stuff because all the damn Heinekens you drink. That's all that is. That is all that is. But you all right. uh, but in the next couple of days and weeks before I go home, um, I'm just gonna be resetting and reevaluating and redoing, my life in my situations. When I get off of here, I'm going to go over my bill book, make sure everything is paid and paid in on time, and whatever. Transfer a little money over to let the wife know I appreciate her. When she calls, I'm gonna let her know she's appreciated. I hear you on that one. I just I know, when I start eating right, stuff starts working a little bit better. And I'm not gonna put that out. I'm gonna just let you use your head. You just think about what I'm saying. When I start eating right and I start walking and acting right, stuff starts working a little bit better. I want you to use your adult mind on that one. Okay. So I want stuff to start working a little bit better without chemical inducement. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. We all adults here. Bruh, you look. I'm just a little bit above that right now. And the only reason I'm a little bit above what you're saying is because my wife lets me get away with a few things, but I got to get back on track and stop being a little bitch, bitch ninja, and and start you know with it contributing a little bit more. Um, come think about it, check the bills and transfer some money over, and because I know where you're coming from when you say that, bruh, 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 bruh. It's like I'm always talking about this stupid carburetor, but now that I got it working, I'm gonna get it working even better, and I'm gonna make it into a show carburetor. I'm gonna, sand it down, repaint it, replace the bolts, make it shiny, and then when I'm tired of it, then I'll get rid of it. But I'm gonna stop buying more of the stuff that was the main thing I was saying the other day. I'm gonna stop buying stuff and just focus on the stuff that I have. You know what I mean? I'm gonna stop buying and focus on the stuff that I have, and get back focus on my grass and my front lawn. When I start focusing on the manual labor, I will be exercising and doing all of that. I already know when you hey guys, just so y'all know, when Charles takes a day off, it goes from a day to a month. So I know you enjoy yourself because we be tagging along with you. You do crazy stuff, but there's nothing wrong with that either. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that at all. But I'm going to say a few prayers today, reassess, wash some clothes, so we won't have a stinky booty confession for Monday. Jesus. Ah. But I'm just going to I'm going to work on trying to figure this out. You know, the bad thing about being a driver, the bad thing about being a driver, you got so much time to think around here. So much time. All right, Odom, you take it easy, man. Thanks for coming through, bro. You know, you know what? A lot of and Charles had to tell me this because at 56, I'd say at 50, I started getting these credit cards, and it just I'm slow. Let's be honest with you. I'm slow. I used a whole lot on these high interest credit cards, and now I'm forced to pay them down. I would have had that extra money to do other things and other stuff. And I think, and I think, we was talking about it, that the facade of trying to show what this certain type of lifestyle, it actually, I thank God for, I thank God for, no, no, let me rephrase that. I used the COVID situation instead of us cruising and the money that I would have probably blew on that, and I invested it in stocks and whatnot. So I have I think right now my stocks are in about $6,000 range somewhere. Yeah, we were trying to be like the Joneses, but it dawned on me. Wait a minute, I got to knock these things out, and I just started. When I pay one off, I put it in the drawer. It's a drawer. I got a sock drawer. I call it the drawer of no return. I call it the drawer of no return. You know what I mean? I put that credit card in there, and I don't reach for it no more. The only ones I'm bad with is Lowe's, Home Depot, Tractor Supply, and there's a tool place. Cause I've been there, oh, I gotta get this. I don't need it for nothing. I don't need it for nothing. But I gotta get that tool. And I need to stop that. I don't know. I have fun with that. I gotta get that tool. Like what does it do? I don't know, but it's nice and shiny. It's shiny. I need to get it. And there's been a few times where something went down. I was like, man, I need this. And I go, wait a minute, I got that already. And I go grab it. So hopefully, I think I needed that laugh. I really did. You know, um, I'm probably just gonna go walk around and thank God for another day. Thank God for another hour. Thank God for another moment, another minute, and another millisecond. You're right, because it's shiny. I even got a blowtorch. What the heck I need a blowtorch for? But guess what? I need it now because I got a piece of metal I got to bend back, and I'm gonna use that and bend it back with a blowtorch. Because I read, I said, wait a minute. I said, I was thinking, I said, I got a, an aerator's got a bent piece of metal. I said, I got a blowtorch. I can bend that back. And I bought it. I bought it like a couple of years back. I know it works. I just be buying stuff. I just be buying stuff. Just I be freaking buying stuff, and for no daggone reason. You know what I mean? um, whew, make myself laugh. But I guess you gotta laugh. If not, I'm gonna wind up crying. So I don't want to cry today. Hey, I just noticed we broke a record. We had 9. But hey, look, we gonna stay on point because wellness with Frugal Mama's next at 7 o'clock. Oh, what? Hit the beat. Do that beat. Get that. To that left. To the left. To the left. To the right. Lift that leg, Faso. I'm talking about me, not wellness. Lift that leg. Oh man. Whew. I'm gonna go ahead. Let's go ahead and shut it down, guys. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for listening to me. Hopefully, like Charles said, I won't be beating myself up for long. I know I'm gonna beat myself up, but hopefully, I won't beat myself up for long because again, I want to live to complain and scream and shout another day. And guys, remember, Urban Garden Chronicles is called. Her morning talk is gonna be tomorrow, so check her out. What time? What time tomorrow, Urban? If you can put it in the notes so we check it out. But I always look. I start looking right around 8 o'clock. I start looking at 8 o'clock, and I bring it. She usually do. I I gotta get with y'all so we can figure out what your schedule is. But normally it'll be a weekend. You normally do the what is that? The flea markets and stuff. You know what I mean? Oh, okay. There you go. She just said it 9 a.m. Eastern. She might go up early, so I'll start looking around there. There you go. Exactly. I've learned. No, I don't go up there acting a fool on Urbans. She ain't having it. She don't be doing that. I know my place. I keep the conversation right on point. And after that, I'm like, okay, well, I'm going by. I don't need to be cussed out Jamaican. but But other than that, you guys have a blessed day. And as always, if you don't think nobody loves you, know that God loves you and I love you too. See y'all Monday. Deuces.